One thing particularly that still sticks in my head, DJs started to look quite cool. I thought they all looked like sort of
I think that's a
bricklayers.
really important
nothing
point.
wrong with bricklayers.
No, I think that's a really, really important point, was that it wasn't just blokes turning up with the free t-shirt from a record label they'd been sent. Is that it became
combat trousers.
Exactly, yeah. And I was actually going through, I found a few old issues of Jockey Slut.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying this, but you're in it, and you're the only one who doesn't look like an electrician. Like, you know, they all just, you know, I was just thinking, like, all their clothes are so shit in it. Like, what? No one made any effort. And I know that seems like a sort of materialistic and sort of like puerile thing to say, but it doesn't. But it does make a difference. When you go and see a DJ, you do want it to be, for me anyway, and I do want it to be more of an event. But, you know, Errol always had this look where, even though he didn't look like a DJ as such, he had this look with his long hair and his big glasses, and he had his hood up for half a set. And it's just like, who the hell is that guy? Like, really tall, like, I don't know, it felt something.
First time I saw him DJ, I thought he'd gone mad.
Really?
Because he was standing on the deck.
Yeah.
And I thought he had some sort of funny turn. I was concerned about him. But yeah, I think it's that sort of it made sort of electronic music more fascinating and cooler in some ways, and it kind of stretched it out. You know, that sort of embracing punk funk bits, and you know, that whole electro clash thing was quite interesting, broadening out, and the crowd as well.
How about you? Do you make records for yourself, or what?
Yeah,
I think you do. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I think so.
That's not to say that we're like snobbish jazz,
no.
whatever, you know, pretentious, because we make.
I'm quite pretentious.
Yeah, me too. But we make music, you know, to make people dance, and to make girls dance. That's important, I think. But it's not. Yeah, I think the second you start to make is that going to be big in Miami next year?
No.
Like, what's the point? Like, you could, you know, we'd be much, you know. Would be sitting in nicer clothes right now. Well, maybe
be in a yacht right now.
You're right, be in a yacht right now in Miami. But you know, that's not us, is it?
A yacht somewhere.
A yacht. Yacht in the
Devon.
Thames. Yeah. Well, that's another thing as well, that we make music very quickly when we make it together, and I think that's quite important. Obviously, not everyone has to work like this, and they don't. But if you or I make a track, and it sounds good within 2 hours, 3 hours. And we both go, well, you know, it has an effect on us. Yeah. Then, in turn, it should then mean that if you have a club of 500 people in front of you, then it could, you know, multiply that by 500. And I think overthinking dance music, like you say, just for us, I don't know, it doesn't work. So that idea of primitive and just the initial impact it has is quite important.
And I'm thinking, like, if you go through your record box, the things you might play this weekend, and then we obviously played quite similar records because we talk about other artists, but they'd all be like, that's with Daniel Meloso, Cantash, people get, you know, Matt Walsh. It's kind of like, I don't know, just a rawness to those sort of records, and a kick drum and a bass line, a good riff, handy riff, a good riff.
That's what you need. That's what you need.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.